Traditionally, high-altitude monitoring is done using either aircraft or satellites, but both of these systems have their own issues. Aircraft can only fly to a relatively low altitude, a maximum of about 18,000 meters, and they require expensive infrastructure that may be hundreds of kilometers away from the area that you need to survey. Satellites, on the other hand, orbit much higher, and therefore they can see a lot more, but your access to them is limited by their orbit revisit times. We, in collaboration with the University of Pisa, are using our extensive expertise in satellite building, high-altitude balloon launches, and radar systems to develop a cheap, rapidly deployable alternative to these two options. Central to our solution is a synthetic aperture radar, or SAR, system that is being developed by our colleagues at the University of Pisa. Standard radar uses the reflections of radio waves or microwaves to generate an image of the environment. But much like a camera, the quality of this image is limited to the aperture or physical size of the radar system's antenna. The bigger the aperture, the better the image. To get around this, a synthetic aperture radar uses the radar's motion to synthesize a large aperture from a small antenna by combining multiple images into a single high-resolution image. This gives the same result as a radar system with a very large aperture, but allows for a much smaller and lighter physical system. To make this possible, our team at UNSW is working on the balloon platform to power and control the radar, keep it stable at high altitude, and provide position navigation and timing to track it. The combination of the SAR and high-altitude balloon platform provides a cheap, extremely compact, and agile system that can be easily deployed from the back of a small truck. This means that we can move much more quickly to monitor natural disasters like flooding, bushfires, or earthquakes. It also means we have more flexibility to undertake longer-term projects like land mapping and monitoring of the Earth's climate.